today. From Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. It's week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Daniel Carlson to kick off.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Singletary, the ball carrier.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the...
And right away, he lost the football. And the Raiders have recovered. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Carr. And that is caught. It's Ruggs. Touchdown, Vegas.
Complete to Henry Ruggs.
Henry Ruggs. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Max Crosby in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Now a run with Singletary. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
Down at the 23-yard line. That's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 12.
On 3rd down, Stidham. And the Raiders have got him.
Jarrett Stidham.
Corey Littleton with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. 51 yards on the punt there. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Their own.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 39-yard line. be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Operating from the gun. Carr. He'll look. It's caught at the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Darren Waller, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm. Relax a little bit and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Denver's offense ready to go again. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Max Crosby, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another pass.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 30. 10, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Jerry Jeudy, 85 yards. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score.
For the extra point.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
So here are the Raiders now to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now, look. Good in this one as well. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, Carr, and now the ball's out. Carr lost it, fumble.
Danny Shelton.
Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
A gain of
16 yards, a first down.
Raider first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory. Down at the 31. Operating from the gun. Carr. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. He'll look downfield for Waller. And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Raiders.
3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Jarrett Stidham, sacked.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
The pass there complete to Sutton. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Intended for Will.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Coverage.
Stidham from the shotgun. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton.
Stidham's pass.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Throwing again here, Stidham. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 42.
Broncos.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 42-yard line. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
The ball carrier.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
2nd down, Stidham to throw. He completes this to Sutton. And he gets it down to the 32.
To Cortland Sutton.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
And 1.
Out of the gun, Stidham under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this 1st quarter. A pretty wild 1st quarter. 21-7, our score.
Raiders 21, Broncos 7.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
That one goes for 30 yards.
First down.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. And that is caught. It's Ruggs. Touchdown, Vegas.
To number 11.
Make it 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air. There's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. Jarrett Stidham ready to pilot this offense again. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say I put my defense in a...
And now look at him go. 30, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Jeudy, his second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Broncos get a bit closer.
For the extra point.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Henry Ruggs and the Raiders set to go back to work. We're in the second quarter. He already has 2 touchdowns. We know how good he is. That's well documented. How do you contain him?
We know he's a nightmare. So in this situation, I would go ahead and double him. Maybe even have a 3rd person in the area and try and dissuade them from throwing him the football. Make someone else beat me for a while because I don't know that their talents are his. Because when he gets his hands on the ball, he breaks down my entire D. Someone else, they may not make the same type of a play.
Well, we know his talents are very good.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. Going right back to Jones. This time the connection made. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
First down, Raiders.
Carr now on 1st down. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Complete to Henry Ruggs.
Henry Ruggs on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard.
And the focus shifts back to Jerry Jeudy and his Bronco teammates. There's a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
It kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups, right? He's the guy out front because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but we're going to the headliner each and every time. And that's not easily done because, you know, all the defenses are kicking towards him right now. That means he's fighting his way through traffic, finding ways to get open, even when he's not supposed to be.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Stidham. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Max Crosby, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. The Broncos on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
False start, offense.
Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tyrell Williams, incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zay Jones that time. Third down here. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Carr. It's caught. Jones. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in his performance.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
On second down, Jacobs. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on third down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on third downs all year long. Carr now on first down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On second down now, it's Jacobs. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there and a first down.
He was tackled.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. A gain of 3, second down.
The ball carrier.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
That is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up up at halftime. I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
On second down, it's Jacobs. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's third and goal. They'll run with Jacobs. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown.
Las Vegas.
Josh Jacobs, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Well, the 3rd time was the charm for him.
This play sequence reminded me of when I was a little guy. I went and saw one of my favorite high school players play. And they had first and goal inside the 2-yard line. And he carries it 3 straight times on the same play and finally finds his way into the end zone. He knew what he was going to run. They knew what he was going to run. But after a while, he found his way into the end zone.
And the focus shifts back to Jerry Jeudy and his Bronco teammates. He'll try to generate some more steam on offense down to the scoreboard second quarter. Not necessarily his fault, but he's always a guy they want to get extra involved.
Keep finding ways for him to get the football. Keep force-feeding him and now.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
43-yard line.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
To 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Carr. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
Goal at the 10-yard line.
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
45. Mike, 45. Come this way, nowhere. Here we go.
On first down, Carr. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Justin Simmons. Fights off the defender. Through an opening, and there he goes. The 40. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Carr's pass.
Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
After the interception, here's Stidham. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They'll throw on first down with Stidham. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Antonio Gandy Golden, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos cut into that lead.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
And they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Henry Ruggs and the Raiders set to go back to work. He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the second quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you're always wanting to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all of those things? But the best players show up each and every week, solid games and some spectacular ones.
And he has showed up time and time again. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. His throw incomplete.
Intended for...
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Carr will try it again on 2nd down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line.
Carr's pass.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller, as the first half is winding down, and the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the gun, it's Stidham. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Stidham's pass.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
On the coverage.
Now it's Stidham. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown.
Las Vegas.
That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out and start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half.
To kick off for Las Vegas.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask.
Automatic first
Any
down.
part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So after the penalty, we'll have one final untimed play here before halftime. Final play of the half, it's Stidham. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And this is taken in at the 5. And he'll go out of bounds, making it all the way down to the 5. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight.
21.
The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Henry Ruggs and the Raiders set to go back to work. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is...
It's caught inside the 25. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line.
Raiders.
But I think it's about time I took my eyes off of the secondary or the guys with the football. How about the offensive line on that snap? They took care of business.
Absolutely, and when he can stay in the pocket like that, you're going to get big plays like we just saw. Now, they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. They'll keep it on the ground. Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call.
Defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
He'll let this go deep, and that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to have this down deep into Vegas territory. A big play there for the Broncos on 3rd, and even 50 yards. Now look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
13-yard line.
Stidham. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
At the 6-yard line.
Here's Singletary. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
He was brought down.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
To throw is Stidham. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Will Dissly. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos get 1 score closer.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. And he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Raiders take over 1st and 10.
Henry Ruggs and the Raiders set to go back to work. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
Oh, no.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. Carr again here on 2nd and 10. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
A gain of 20.
And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. 2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action in Denver. To throw again. Carr. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A big play that time for the Raiders. 44 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive. And these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jacobs, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Carr now on 3rd and goal. His pass caught at the 4. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. Carr going to go on 4th down. He's got it. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Bronco defense comes up big. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They go right back to Singletary. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone, so they could use something here on 3rd down. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
Oh, they're on him too quick. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown.
There are plenty of ways for a special teams coach to get excited. But when you block a punt into the end zone and recover for a score, Yeah, he's going to be jumping up and down a big way.
And as a punter, you know that clock is ticking. He just didn't get it off in time.
28.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to make it.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Jarrett Stidham, sacked.
Well, there was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Stop your whining.
Third and long. It's Stidham. And he's going to go down again. Max Crosby in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Henry Ruggs and the Raiders set to go back to work. Glancing down at the stat sheet, and we've been tracking it, but you get a 100-yard game, you're really happy. You're over 200 like he is. You probably want that ball after this game, don't you?
You want that one. You want to continue to call the same plays in any other game you play. You're having one of those magical performances that just never want to end. And you know something? Your fellow receivers, they get those clenched grins right now like, congratulations. But why isn't it me?
Well, so far, it's been all about him. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
He's brought down
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now a carry for Jacobs. And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos 31. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And inches.
And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Casey.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, Those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
To throw on third down, Carr. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They'll go for it. It's Carr. This will be Carr just inside the 10. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal.
93. 45. Mike, 45.
Now Carr again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Carr to throw again. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Offense.
In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on fourth and goal. Carr to throw for it on fourth down. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt. And the Broncos will take over on downs. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the fourth, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, Stidham. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. 11 yards there, first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
At the 35-yard line.
Stidham from the shotgun. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Stidham sets to throw on first, and his throw is incomplete. Will Dissly, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
2nd and 10 now, Stidham. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He'll find Gandy Golden there, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. A good throw here, finding Pascal. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pick.
From the 5, here's 2nd and 2. Again, Stidham looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Stidham's pass.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Damon Arnett on the coverage.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
44's the mic. 44's the mic. Check. Watch the run.
Throwing again here, Stidham. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. He's at the 40, 20, 10. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown.
Raiders.
So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Carlson on for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Stidham right back to it after the pick 6. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Stidham's pass.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made, no grounding. Stidham again here on 2nd and 10. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
44's the mic. Check. I got you.
Now Stidham. And that will be incomplete. I don't know, he had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know? The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return.
At their own 33-yard line.
Henry Ruggs and the Raiders set to go back to work. And we get a peek at the kind of game he's having. It's been a good game. 8 catches now, Charles.
Everyone likes to spread the ball around. They want a lot of people to catch it and touch it, get a lot of guys involved. But sometimes when you have the hot hand or a person who's just really taking care of business in their part of the field, you have to keep going back to him.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
It's
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones.
Sidney Jones. Carr's pass. Intercepted. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
After the interception, here's Stidham. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
A loss of 9.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Stidham with one final shot. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.
Broncos 28.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Las Vegas,